Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Reaching Riches here. Sorry this is a little bit late. Some things came up yesterday, but I'm making this video now for you guys. Just want to get it up before declaration date. But this is QDTE and XDTE's trades for the week of June 12th to the 18th, just before that holiday. So let's go over their long calls here first. Alright, so their long calls here, they're still sticking with that 1669 long call. They did bump it up 2 more shares for QDTE to a total of 19. So if we look up here, I've updated it. So the difference between their strike and where where we think that Flex NDX is. Like I said in the previous video, I don't exactly know the true price of this Flex NDX, but Maxim Vexity and I think it's like a scaled down version of NDX. So I just scaled it down to make the numbers kind of make sense here. So Flex NDX is at 1966. Which is a $270 difference, and if we take that by the number of shares, we are up $513,000, which is really good. And then let's go and take a look at and then for this week, or for that trade weeks, the 12th to the 18th, the outstanding shares were 730,000, but when we look at the current outstanding shares, it's much higher. So that will play into our distribution amounts, where we'll find out a little bit later. Alright, so let's go into XDTE. So XDTE, here they have 23 contracts at the 420.69 strike. They have 235 outstanding shares, and we think the Flex SPX is at 546 right now, which is a difference of $125, and that means we are $289,000 in the profit right now for these long calls. Alright, so let's go over to their trades. So QDTE here. So let's go look at this the Wednesday, I think. Wednesday, yep, Wednesday the 12th. Alright, so let's go ahead and reveal what they have here. So they did 17 contracts collecting 82,000 in premium, almost 83. They had a strike of 19,430, which is a loss. It closed above their strike at 19,465. But if we look here, cost to close is only 59,000, and we collected at 82. So net, we are still in the profit $23,000, which is great. All right, so that's actually a win right there. We lost our strike, but overall win. So that's great. All right, so let's look at the 13th. Let's go ahead and reveal this one. 17 contracts again, collecting $44,000, almost 45. We had a strike of 19,670, which is a win, as it closed below our strike at 19,576. So full profit there. All right, so on the 14th, here we go. Let's take a look. 17 contracts again, collecting $47,702. Strike of 19,610, which is a loss. As it closed above our strike at 19,659, and that was definitely a loss. So cost to close was 84,660, which is a net loss of 36,000, almost $37,000 there. All right, so this is the 17th. Let's go ahead and reveal. So 17 contracts collecting $42,000. That's another loss. All right, so we had a strike of 19,740, and it closed above our strike at 19,902. Wow, that was a oh my god, it blew right through us. All right, so that was a net loss of $234,000. Wow. Okay. Oh my god. All right, so the last day here on the 18th. Let's go ahead and review. So 17 contracts collecting $50,000, almost 51,000, which is a win. So we had a strike of 19,960, and it closed below our strike at 19,908. So full profit day there. All right, that is great. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's do XDTE, and then I'm gonna go and plug in the outstanding shares. All right, so XDTE on the 12th. Let's go ahead and review. So 23 contracts collecting $27,000. Wow. Now, the 12th was a volatile day. They collected a ton of money. Alright, so strike of 54.35, and it closed below our strike at 54.21. So full profit day. Alright, let's go ahead and review. 23 contracts again, collecting $7,500. And a win. So 54.50 was our strike, and it closed below our strike at 54.33. Alright, so 2 days in a row. Alright, so 23 contracts again, $13,000 this time. And a loss. So 54.25 is our strike, and it closed at 54.31. Cost to close is only $1,900. Not bad. That's like nothing. Alright, so next on the 17th, 23 contracts, collected $9,300, and it's a loss. So 54.35 was our strike, and it closed above our strike at 54.73. That was a pretty significant loss. Cost of close was 87,000, almost 88. So our net profit loss is, we are down 78,568. Oof. That hurts. That hurts. Alright. And our last trade for the week. So 23 contracts, collected $13,000. That was a pretty good day there, but it's a loss. So 54.85 was our strike. Sorry, my alarm's going off. Alright, so 54.85 is our strike. And it closed above our strike at 54.87, so it's not too bad. And we are net positive at $87 or $8,700, so that's a good day there. So we only had really two losses, but this loss was huge, so that kind of took us out. All right, so outstanding shares on XDTE is at 255. Where was it last week? It was at 235, so it went up like 20,000 shares. We are still at 68% win rate. So let's go and plug these in. So 255. And ooh, that's actually not bad. So right now we're looking at a 28-cent dividend on XDTE. That's actually not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. All right, I'm actually pretty happy with that. To get that dividend for XDTE. All right, so let's go into QDTE. All right, so the big changes here is we are now at 930,000 outstanding shares. That is up from last week 730, so we went up 200,000 shares. So huge inflows. And this one, I think we did drop down a bit on our win rate. I believe last week's was like around 68 or 69. So now we're at 67. All right, so Let's see. Let's see what this looks like. Alright. Drum roll. And 29. It's alright. It's not terrible. Could definitely be better. I thought it was gonna break the 30s. Because we did collect a ton of money. 268,000. So that's really good compared to like last week's, but it's the inflows. So if you want to see how much the inflows affected it, let's go use last week's. So if the inflows didn't come in, we would get 37 cents, but we had a huge amount of inflows. So 29. So not too bad. Like I said last week, I think these funds are gonna average out to pay a dividend, at least for QDTE. I think it's gonna average out to be around that like 26 to 30 cent range. And then XDTE, I think it's gonna average around the lower 20s, so like 20 to 25, I think. But we'll see as we get more data in. All right, so let's look at our weekly profit loss for QDTE. If we add up all of their weeks so far, which is how many weeks is that? Tell me. How many weeks has it been? 14 weeks. Alright, so it's been out for 14 weeks. On just their sell calls, we are in the hole $471,000. And I think that this day right here, or last week, was the one that really blew us out. Otherwise, we would have been, I think, positive. Alright, let me just take that out, see what the number looks like. Yeah, well, we'd only be down 55, but this week really killed us. So to date, QDT's paid out $3.39, and the average dividend for QDTE is 26 cents right now. If we add in whatever my estimate is, it would bring it, it would bring it to 26, about the same. So it didn't really change, but the average dividend is 26. All right, and then let's go on to XDTE. So we are in the hole, only 59,000. So not nearly as bad as QDTE. To date, they've paid $2.56, and average dividend has been 19 cents. Alright, and then last thing I want to finish off with RoundHill on Seeking Alpha. Let's look at the charts. So this chart is total return dating back to RoundHill's inception, so March 7th until now. So if we look at the charts, orange is QDTE, and its performance has been about the same as Defiance, so QQQY, and it's about maybe 1.5% under the QQQ. So I think it's held up pretty well. But yeah, performance is almost the same as QQQY. And then if we look at or actually, I mean, it did drop like the last 2 or 3 days. It did drop. It was above its inception price for like maybe a week or a half a week, so which was pretty awesome to see that it holds up its NAV pretty well while paying out its dividend. Its dividend is not nearly as high as QQQY, But QQQY's price, if you just look at price return, its price has been dropping like crazy, which I think is why a lot of people have been selling out. So if we look at price return, let's go till March, till now. So yeah, so you can see right here, QDTE was like pretty much right at its inception price, and then QQQI has just been dropping. So if NAV stability is what you're looking for, QDTE, if you're looking for the zero DTE cover called funds, then QDTE is probably your choice. It is a little bit more expensive than QQQI, or a lot more expensive, like double its price. But it's held its NAV pretty well. All right, and then let's go into XDTE. So XDTE is beating Defiance's JEPY, and it is only 20 basis points under the S&P. So this one's actually done really, really well. Look how close it is to like its underlying. So it's tracking its underlying really well. For you who are like on the edge about these funds, I would say dabble in XDTE, as its performance has been really, really good. And then let's just see price return, so you can see just how well it's held up on its NAV. So let's go here, and now I just had to update the dates again. So yeah, so it's done pretty well. So it is right now above, or yeah, it is currently still above its inception price by about 0.5%, while JEPY has been dropping. So if NAV stability is what you're looking for, I'd recommend XDTE. Of course, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just for fun and entertainment and educational purposes. But yeah, so XDTE has been doing really, really well. All right. So that is all I had for you. So let me know what your thoughts are on these RoundHill funds. 29-cent dividend, and was it 27-cent, 28-cent dividend on XDTE. Let me know what you guys think about that. All right. Out, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.